guys, and welcome back to my booktube channel. So today we're going to be reading my top 5 fantasy books, so let's get right into it. Okay, so number 1 on the list, we're starting from number 1, very anticlimactic, but number 1 of the list will be Six of Crows. Okay, so I'm not sure if I've talked about this book a lot in like my booktube channel, but I've literally been recommending this book to like all of my friends. I love this book so much. Like, if you don't know what the Six of Crows duology is, it's basically like a fantasy heist type of book where there's like 6 main characters, and so they're basically like trying to break in to like the most secure place in like the world, or in their world, which is like an ice castle or something like that. They're trying to break into like the most secure place in the world, and if they do that, they basically become rich, and then they get a whole bunch of money. A whole bunch of stuff happens, and like the leader of like the group, it has like the leader of the group is like in a gang and stuff like that, so like it's kind of like interesting. And then one of them is a Grisha, which means that they have like magical powers and stuff. And then one of them is like, I don't know, I don't want to spoil it. It's really good, read it. Number 2 on this list will be, I'm gonna have to say, Embers in the Ashes. An Ember in the Ashes, the Ember in the Ashes series. This series is so good. Like, A Sky Beyond the Storm completely broke me because if you know, you know. If you know, you know. It's related to Mrs. Blondie. But if you know, you know. Read it. It's basically about this girl, her name is Laya. She's basically like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like someone like something happens. I don't know, because it says this in the description, but I don't want to spoil too much, because there's some things like when you get into it, it's better for you to just know. But I'm gonna give you like so there's basically like this whole tier. It's kind of like a dystopian book. It is a dystopian book. And there's this whole like tier in their kingdom, okay? And so there's like the commoners, and there's like the like basically like the people who work for the government, I guess. I don't know, it's been a while since I read this book, so I'm trying to explain it the best I can. And there's like the people who work for the government, and they're like masks, which is like and it's basically like this school where they have to train to become basically like the secret agents for the government. But like, it's a fantasy and dystopian book, so keep that in mind. When I say secret agents for the government, don't literally mean like CIA, but like, you know, basically like the people who kill people for the government. Basically. So they do that, and then one of the main characters is a mask, which is like the highest level. Everyone's terrified of masks. Like, they're the most like highest level. They're important, basically, and they're about to like graduate soon. And then the lowest level are like the commoners, like the regular people. And Laya is like, she becomes a slave basically, and she has to take down the commandant, which is basically like the leader, the head of the school, which trains people to become killing machines, basically. She's basically like the leader. But you know the dude I was talking about, the guy who he's like a mask, and he's about to graduate soon. He hates it. He hates being a mask. And the thing about the mask, the reason why they're called masks is because they wear silver masks. And as you wear it, like, it starts to like shape your face, and it starts to like stick into your skin, so that after a while you literally can't take the mask off. So like, whenever he's alone, he rips that mask off. He hates that place. He tries to run away, and all that stuff happens. So like, there's one person who's like important. He hates where he's at and stuff like that. And there's another girl who's like a slave. She goes in, tries to take in the commandant. She works for like the secret government. It's amazing. Read it. So number 3 on this list is, I'm gonna have to say, going with the old classic, Percy Jackson. Yes, Percy Jackson. I literally started my channel with these books. So thing, mommy, it took me a while to start reading Percy Jackson, because like back then I was like a scaredy cat, you know, like I couldn't like read anything. Like I hated like stuff like a little bit of blood and stuff like that, and I just like couldn't read anything. So like after a while I was like, let me read Percy Jackson. It's probably not even that scary. People say it's not that scary. Like, I'm sure it doesn't have that much blood in it, like blah 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 blah. So after coming up with a whole bunch of excuses, I decided to read Percy Jackson, and I was so happy that I did, because this book, guys, like, it's literally amazing. I love it. Like, the characters, I was literally so happy. Like, I went around yesterday when the trailer came out for the TV show, showed everyone in my family and stuff like that. Like, oh my gosh, the TV show is coming out. Have you guys heard? But anyway, I love it. I love it. I love it. Percy Jackson. If you haven't heard of it by now, where are you living? Under a rock. So, Percy Jackson is basically like this demigod. And demigods like half human, half god, stuff like that. And he's the son of Poseidon. And something happens. He has to go into the underworld. That's like the first book. There's 5 books. The Lightning Thief, he has to like go into the underworld. He's I'm pretty sure in this book he's 12. So he has to go into like the underworld to do something. He meets the gods, blah 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 blah. I don't want to spoil anything, but it's so good. Read it. The Percy Jackson series is an old classic. If you're a scaredy cat like me, who was like thinking, oh my gosh, is this scary? It's not scary. Not really. No, it's not scary. Let me not scare you. It's not that scary. But like if you think you're not ready, then you don't have to be ready. You don't have to read it right now. But to me, I don't think it's scary. I love that book. It's like so cute. Don't wait until like you're older. I mean, wait if you want to, but like don't wait until you're like too old. Cause like if I wish I read Percy Jackson. Like actually no, I don't. I was happy that I read it when I read it. I read it when I was like 11 or 12. So I feel like you should read it around that stage, because like around that stage, like there are some stuff that happens, but I feel like it's enough for like an 11 to 12 year old to handle and stuff like that. So don't wait until you're too old to read it, where like the language sounds like cringy and they're like, oh my gosh. Like just read it when you're just gonna be able to indulge yourself in the fantasy and the characters and the world and the humor and stuff like that. Okay, so number four, we're gonna have to go in with the classic Harry Potter. Yes, Harry Potter. So this book, so we have like a love, I don't want to say love-hate, but like it was kind of like the same with Percy Jackson. I was like terrified to read these books, mostly because I was like scared they're gonna be like scary and stuff. But I also was like scared because like, have you seen The Goblet of Fire? Like that thing has like 800 pages in it, y'all. So like I was like terrified. I was like, am I even gonna be able to finish that book? Like no. But I finally decided to read it. I read it in like the beginning of 8th grade. I read it towards like the end of summer, beginning of 8th grade and stuff. So it's been like a year right now since I read it. But I love it. It's so good. I put Percy Jackson before this though, because like I was debating. But like I just have more of a connection with the Percy Jackson characters. But like Harry Potter, period. It's so good. So if you don't know what Harry Potter is, you're most definitely living underground. But let me give you a little info. So Harry Potter, he's basically like a wizard, but he doesn't know he's a wizard yet. It's okay. It's not really a spoiler. He finds out like the 10th page or something. Anyway, he's like a wizard, and then he goes to Hogwarts, School of Witchcraft and Wizardry and stuff like that. And then he like becomes a wizard, and it's basically like his journey to become a wizard. But like before that, well, not really before that, but like when he was like a child, his parents got like killed by this like powerful wizard and stuff like that. So you know you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But you know, his parents get killed by a powerful wizard. He goes to Hogwarts. He makes new friends. He finds out who killed his parents. It's like it's a whole journey basically. But this book, there's like 7 books in this series, and The Goblet of Fire is pretty hefty. So if you don't want to read like books, like really big books, but like I want to say really it's big, like it goes by fast. Like I was really just I can't talk. I was literally binge reading Goblet of Fire and Order of the Phoenix. But if you don't think that's for you, that's perfectly fine. But if you're okay with that, read Harry Potter. Okay. So 5th. I feel like a whole bunch of y'all gonna get kind of salty about this, but like bear with me, y'all. So for 5th, it's not as much as like a popular book as the rest, but I put Children of Blood and Bone as the 5th because mostly it's a series. This is like a series video. I might make another video on like standalones, but I don't really read that many standalone books. I mostly read series. So I feel like I definitely have read better books maybe, but I just put this book as 5th because like I was just so happy when I read that book, Children of Blood and Bone, and I was so happy to see our main girl not only was African, but she was also West African specifically. I think she was Nigerian. I don't want to say she was Nigerian because I don't want to like say it. Because, like, if I reread it and it turns out she's not Nigerian, I'll just be, like, me trying to, like, force my... I don't really know. But I'm pretty sure she was Yoruba. Cause like when I was reading it, guys, like I saw my language in there, and when I found out the author was Yoruba, like it just made me feel so happy and giddy to see like some representation. Cause like it's hard to find like books where the characters are like not black, but like not only is she black, she's African. Not only is she African, she's Yoruba. So I was so happy. I loved it so much. But not only that, not only the representation and seeing my language in the books was made me happy, but the fantasy world was just really interesting. Like it was just so interesting. Like I love mythology, and I mostly read like Greek mythology. So like getting into like the African mythology was so interesting for me, and I love the way the author, how she was able to like incorporate that into like the story and all the characters, and it was just amazing. I loved it so much. Like the mythology, the characters, the sequel. I saw a whole bunch of people hating on the sequel, but like I didn't think it was that bad. Children of Blood and Bone is like a good book, but Children of Vice and Virtue was okay. Like Children of Blood and Bone, top tier book. Read it. Hey guys, so sadly we have come to the end of my video. If you've stayed here till the very end, make sure you do a little heart in the comments so I know who you are. You know it's gonna be a little like secret, you know, wink wink. So thank you for watching my video, guys. If you have some more like recommendations for like some romance books, because I want to do like a romance version next, but it's gonna be like standalones because I don't really read that many romance series. I don't know, it just gets like tiring to read a romance series. Like it just feels like it's just repeating the same thing over and over again. But that's basically all romance novels. They all repeat the same tropes over and over again. But anyway, if you have any recommendations for like romance books, fantasy books, I don't really know. I'm trying to like branch out more. I'll read anything but horror, basically. So if you have any recommendations, make sure you put them in the comments down below. I love you guys so much. Make sure you like, subscribe, turn on the post notifications so you'll never miss a video when I upload, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.